I was the vice president of global operations for a firm, large global firm. I had data centers around the globe, and I stopped after traveling from Tokyo to Australia on a plane one time. I sat next to a marketing person, and I realized, things will always have to be marketed. Marketing's going to change dynamically. And this person was talking about their change in the marketing industry. If they stayed just in print advertising, that they would have been out of business. They would have lost their job. They would have been outsourced, but they had moved on. And this was an older gentleman, and he had experiences in at that time, current technologies, web-based e-commerce. And I said to myself, if I just stick deploying voice over IP, web-based technologies around these data centers, and that's my skill set, I am not going to be valuable, and I'm way too young to be pigeonholing myself. And I started getting more into marketing.
Are we looking at two opposites? People who are highly employable because they can't focus and stick with something, or people who are completely focused and driven to making the status quo work even better, faster, and nothing in between?
My personal opinion, my belief, and this is just my belief, the person who becomes multifaceted will become the greater resource within a business. The person who is super focused will become the greatest resource as a consultant, which in the past 5 years, in my opinion, has been the opposite. When you have been more broad-based and had more experiences, you are more valuable as a consultant than you were as an employee. I think that trend is going to switch now. I'm saying CEOs make decisions.
I think I was pretty smart. I told you guys, he always gets that. He always gets that look like he's had too much apple cider or fiber, and then it just comes right out. It's an amazing thing that Hooper has. Let's wrap up the show on two very distinct topics. You've all been fortunate enough to go to different trade shows this year. Reflections on what you saw at industry events, and they can be global. They can be Mark traveled internationally. They can be international. They can even be local. What'd you see local? We'll start with Mark.
Well, I didn't see much local because I ditched all the ITSMF events. But I was at Pink. I was at Knowledge. Knowledge was great. Knowledge was amazing. I mean, a lot of people. It's supposed to be double that this year, I think. So next year, looking forward to that. I met a lot of people. That was the great thing for me. Getting into social and then meeting a lot of the people that I knew online was the best thing by far.
Aaron?
Conferences need to change. I'm really glad about what's happening in TFT 12. We sponsored a lot of conferences. We were actually both at